Welcome to Gripping Tales. Are you ready for today's video? It starts now.
What if a simple Happy New Year text was the last message you ever received? At midnight on New Year's Eve, millions of people send texts. Happy New Year! Cheers to 2026! Love you! Simple, harmless greetings to friends and family. But for some people, that New Year's message wasn't from someone they knew. It was from someone watching them, stalking them, planning something terrible. Tonight, I'm sharing 5 true stories of people who received disturbing Happy New Year messages, texts, calls, and voicemails that turned celebrations into nightmares. From a woman who received countdown texts from her stalker before he murdered her, to messages from phone numbers that don't exist, to a text from a deceased relative's phone. These documented cases prove that not all New Year's greetings come from a place of celebration. Some come from a place of obsession, some from violence, and some from beyond the grave. Let's see who's sending messages at midnight. On New Year's Eve, 2023, Kristil Krug was preparing to celebrate with her family. She'd been living in fear for months, stalked, harassed, and threatened by someone she thought she knew. She'd gone to the police, she'd shown them the messages, she'd done everything right. But the messages kept coming. At 11 p.m., her phone buzzed. A text. 10. She stared at it. Unknown number. Just a single digit. 11:15 p.m., another text. 9. 11:30 p.m., 8. Kristil's hands were shaking. She called the police. They told her to stay inside, lock her doors, that they'd send a patrol car by her neighborhood. 11:45 p.m., 7. The texts continued. Every 15 minutes, counting down. 6, 5, 4. At 11:58 p.m., 2 minutes before midnight, Kristil received, "Happy New Year, Kristil. See you soon." She was terrified. She woke her children, moved them to her bedroom, locked the door. She called her boyfriend, her family, everyone she could think of. Midnight struck. Fireworks exploded outside. The neighborhood erupted in celebration. And Kristil waited. Nothing happened that night. But 2 weeks later, on December 14th, Kristil Krug was murdered in her own garage, stabbed multiple times by her ex-husband Dan Krug, the same man who'd been sending her those countdown texts, along with hundreds of other threatening messages over the previous months. Police investigated Dan's digital footprint. They traced the New Year's Eve countdown texts back to him. He'd sent them from his workplace Wi-Fi. Thinking it would hide his identity, he'd been planning her murder for weeks, and the countdown was psychological torture, letting her know he was coming, building her fear, making her last days alive a nightmare of anticipation. Dan Krug is currently awaiting trial for first-degree murder. Kristil's family remembers her as a loving mother who did everything she could to protect herself and her children. She reported the stalking, she saved the messages. She went to the police multiple times. But the system failed her. And Dan's New Year's Eve countdown texts, 10, 9, 8, 7, were a preview of what he planned to do. A twisted promise that he kept 2 weeks later when he ambushed her in her garage and took her life. Kristil knew who was sending those messages. She had a name, a face, a history. But what if the messages come from a number you don't recognize? A number that, when you investigate, shouldn't even exist. This story comes from a woman named Lisa, who received a Happy New Year text at exactly midnight on January 1st, 2019. The message was simple. "Happy New Year, Lisa. Hope you make it through the year." Lisa didn't recognize the number. She assumed it was a friend who'd changed their phone number or someone from work she didn't have saved in her contacts. She replied, "Thanks. Who is this?" No response. The next day, Lisa received another text from the same number. "Did you enjoy your celebration? I watched you kiss your boyfriend at midnight." Lisa's blood ran cold. She'd kissed her boyfriend at midnight, at a house party, surrounded by friends. But how would a stranger know that? She called the number. It rang twice, then went to a generic voicemail. No name, no personalization. Lisa tried to reverse look up the number online. Nothing. The number wasn't associated with any carrier. According to multiple databases, it didn't exist. But it kept texting her. "Saw you at Starbucks today. You looked tired." Your boyfriend left for work at 8:15 a.m. You should lock your bedroom window at night. Lisa went to the police. They tried to trace the number. Tech specialists examined it and determined it was a spoofed number, generated by software to appear real, but not actually assigned to any device or person. Whoever was texting Lisa was using technology to hide their identity, and they were watching her closely. The messages continued for 3 weeks. Then, abruptly, they stopped. Lisa never found out who was behind them. She moved to a different city, changed her phone number, and deleted all her social media accounts. But she still thinks about that first text, "Hope you make it through the year." It wasn't a greeting, it was a threat. And the person who sent it wanted her to know, "I'm watching you, and I can reach you anytime I want." At least Lisa's stalker stayed digital. But what happens when the messages escalate beyond texts? When the person behind them shows up in real life? In 2017, a man in Phoenix, Arizona went on a single date with a woman he'd met on a dating app. Her name was Jacqueline Ades. The date was awkward, and he politely declined a second meeting. That should have been the end of it. But on New Year's Eve 2017, at 11:59 p.m., the man's phone began buzzing. Text after text after text from Jacqueline. "Happy New Year. I love you. We're meant to be together. You can't ignore me." The texts didn't stop. Over the next few months, Jacqueline sent him over 65,000 text messages. Some were romantic. "You're my soulmate. I dream about you every night." Some were threatening. "If I can't have you, no one can. I know where you live. I'll bathe in your blood." The man blocked her number. She got new phones and kept texting. He contacted the police. They told him to file for a restraining order. But Jacqueline didn't stop. On one occasion, she broke into his house while he was at work. She took a bath in his bathtub, went through his belongings, and waited for him to come home. His security system alerted him. He called 911. Police arrived and found Jacqueline inside the house, wearing his clothes, having made herself comfortable. She was arrested and charged with stalking, criminal trespassing, and threatening behavior. At trial, Jacqueline showed no remorse. She claimed they were soulmates, that he loved her but was confused, that she was trying to help him see the truth. She was sentenced to prison. But here's what makes this story so disturbing. It all started with a Happy New Year text. That first message at 11:59 p.m. on New Year's Eve 2017 was the beginning of a campaign of harassment that lasted months and nearly resulted in violence. The man testified that he still struggles with anxiety. He checks his phone compulsively, terrified that somehow, from prison, Jacqueline will find a way to contact him again. Because once someone becomes obsessed, a simple Happy New Year isn't a greeting, it's a declaration of ownership, and they won't stop until they have you, or destroy you trying. Stalkers are terrifying because they're real, human, explainable. But what about messages that can't be explained? Messages from numbers that belong to people who are already dead. This story comes from a man named David, who lost his mother to cancer in October 2020. It was a devastating loss. His mother had been his closest confidant, his best friend. He'd been with her when she passed, holding her hand, telling her he loved her. After she died, David couldn't bring himself to delete her contact from his phone. He kept it there, her name and number still saved, even though he knew calling it would reach someone else. The number had been reassigned by the carrier months after her death. On New Year's Eve 2021, David was at a party with friends, trying to move forward, trying to find joy in life again. At midnight, as everyone around him cheered and hugged, David's phone buzzed. A text. From Mom. "Happy New Year, sweetheart. I'm so proud of you. I love you." David's hands went numb. He stared at the screen. It was her number, her contact photo, her name. But she was dead. She'd been dead for over a year. David stepped outside, away from the noise. He called the number. It rang. Someone answered. A teenager, confused, asking who David was and why he was calling. David explained. The teenager said they'd just gotten the number a few months ago. They hadn't sent any texts tonight. They'd been at a family party, phone in their pocket, not texting anyone. David hung up. He checked the text again. It was still there. From Mom. "Happy New Year, sweetheart. I'm so proud of you. I love you." He showed it to his friends. They saw it too. It wasn't a hallucination. But how? Theories emerged. Maybe it was a delayed message, sent before his mother died, but somehow held in digital limbo until New Year's Eve. Maybe it was a glitch in the carrier's system. Maybe someone had hacked his phone and sent the message as a cruel prank. But David doesn't believe any of those explanations, because the message included something only his mother would know, a phrase she'd used with him since he was a child. "I'm so proud of you." She'd said it exactly that way, with those exact words, every time he accomplished something. No one else knew that. No one else would phrase it that way. David believes his mother found a way to send him one last message. That somehow, from wherever she is now, she reached across the divide between life and death and told him she was still there, still proud, still loving him. He never received another text from that number, but he kept the message. He screenshots it, backs it up, stores it in multiple places. Because it's the last thing his mother ever said to him. And every New Year's Eve he reads it again. David's message was comforting, even if unexplainable. But not all messages from the dead are so kind. Sometimes they're warnings, or threats, or something far worse. On New Year's Eve 2022, a group of friends created a group text to coordinate their celebration plans. There were 8 of them, all college students, all planning to meet at a friend's apartment to ring in the new year together. The group chat was active all day. People sent memes, made jokes, shared their ETAs. At 10 p.m., someone noticed something odd. The group chat showed 9 participants. Not 8, 9. Who added someone? One friend texted. Everyone denied adding anyone. They counted. 8 friends, 9 people in the chat. Who's the 9th person? They checked the phone numbers. 8 were their friends. The 9th was an unknown number. One of the friends texted directly to the unknown number. Who is this? No response in the group chat. But then, privately, the unknown number texted back. I died 1 year ago tonight. At midnight. I just wanted to say goodbye to someone before it happens again. The friend screenshotted the message and sent it to the group. Everyone freaked out. This is a prank, right? Someone's messing with us. But no one admitted to it. And the unknown number kept sending messages to the group. I was at a party, just like you. I thought I had time. I didn't. At 11:45 p.m., the unknown number sent. 15 minutes. That's all I had left. I wonder if you'll have more. The group decided to call the police. But before they could, the unknown number sent one final message. Happy New Year, I hope you make it to see it. At midnight, as fireworks exploded and celebrations erupted, the unknown number left the group chat, just disappeared. The participant count dropped back to 8. They tried to call the number. Disconnected. They tried to trace it. No record of it existing. One of the friends did some digging. They searched local news for deaths on New Year's Eve, 1 year prior. They found a story. A 22-year-old college student had died in a car accident, leaving a New Year's Eve party, killed by a drunk driver at 12:15 a.m. on January 1st, 2022. The friend showed the article to the group. The victim's phone number was listed in an old social media post from years earlier, before they'd made their account private. It matched the unknown number that had been in their group chat. The group never figured out how a dead person's phone number joined their conversation, how messages were sent from a disconnected line, how someone who died a year ago knew they were having a party and decided to warn them. But every person in that group chat takes New Year's Eve seriously now. They don't drink and drive, they watch out for each other. They make sure everyone gets home safely. Because they received a message from someone who didn't get that chance. Someone who wanted to make sure they didn't make the same mistake. These are 5 true stories of people who received disturbing Happy New Year messages. From a countdown text that preceded a murder, to a stalker using a non-existent number, to a woman who sent 65,000 obsessive texts, to a son who received a message from his deceased mother, to a group chat joined by someone who died a year earlier. These documented cases prove that not all New Year's greetings are innocent. Some are threats, some are obsessions, and some defy explanation entirely. This New Year's Eve, when you receive those midnight texts, take a moment to appreciate the people who sent them, the friends who care, the family who love you, the connections that make life worth celebrating. But also remember, not every message comes from a good place. If you receive something that makes you uncomfortable, a text from an unknown number, a message that feels threatening, a greeting from someone who shouldn't be able to contact you, trust your instincts. Block the number, report it, don't engage. Because sometimes, a Happy New Year text is the beginning of something much darker. Stay safe this New Year's Eve, and be careful who you're messaging at midnight.
Thanks for watching. Every ending hides the beginning of another tale, and ours is already on its way. Stay tuned, you'll find the next chapter right here, and soon.